Hello, my name is Gabriel Jacobs. I'm going to be doing a video today on a rare Fuji film that is no longer made, NLP 160. Now, this is not to be confused with NPL 160. NPL 160 was phased out, I think, in the mid-2000s and replaced by this 160S, which I think they still make. Anyways. But this is a special film, as it's a portrait film that is designed for tungsten light. So if you're not familiar with tungsten light, or if you are, just sit through this, tungsten is a much warmer light, and it comes from different types of bulbs. And it may be why your photos you take on film kind of indoors have a very orange tint to them. Because with a digital camera, it automatically compensates by shifting the white balance or shifting it towards blue. But with film, most film that's made today, in fact I think almost all film made today, is daylight balanced, and it has a very strong orange coating already on it to compensate for the blue light. But this film here can be shot indoors and still have the accurate color palette. If you shoot it outdoors, you're going to get a extremely blue cast. I personally think it's a waste to shoot it outdoors. I know some people who like lomography probably would like to do that, but I certainly wouldn't recommend it. Now, I only have 3 rolls left. I got this as a box of 4 rolls. I shot one of them, so I can tell you kind of about the characteristics of it, if you could still find it. It's very hard to find. Normally the rolls go for $20 on eBay. If they were, and there's no guarantee that they're frozen. I was lucky that mine were frozen, and as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to put them back in the fridge. But you can still find them. Now, as for how the film renders scenes, it renders scenes with a very soft color palette, kind of equivalent to what modern day Portra 160 film from Kodak, except that it does have a very blue color to it. As for the white balance of the film, some people say it's around 3200. I would say it's closer to 2900. I shot some scenes with candles, candlelight, and it still managed to tint it almost a purpley color and completely eliminate that orange light from the scene. What was amazing, though, is that this film here was expired in '88, and still condensation from that. It was expired in '88, yet it still is quite. I didn't notice any color casts that were unusual or anything that seemed to say it was doing bad. In fact, the grain was quite noticeable, not terrible. It was more on the lines of what 400H, a new roll of 400H would look like. So I don't know if that is from just how the film is, or due to its age. But regardless, that was that. There's not much more to say. The images I shot in it are for a series that I'm working on. I'm not sure if I am going to continue using this film. It's probably going to stay in my fridge. So if anybody really wants it, you can contact me and maybe we can work something out unless I end up using them. You can also contact me and I can get you some of the sample images from my negatives, some scans. But there's not much more to say about this film other than it's really cool. It makes some really gorgeous pictures, especially like under street lights, which become a beautiful blue color, not that ugly orange. And it's kind of like Portra. I would say it's basically equivalent to Portra, just kind of at nighttime. And if you really like how the Portra renders things, and then this is the way to go. It is a little bit more contrasty, I will say, though. Not super saturated, very low saturation like Portra, but it is quite contrasty. Anyways, that's all I have to say about NLP 120 or 160. I hope you found this useful. Yeah.